meeting is being recorded.
Now, baby doll, sweetie pie, sugar plum, honey bun, angel face, you know you better be good. And act like a true fine lover should. Be careful what you say and do, 'cause Santa Claus is watching you. He's everywhere, he's everywhere. You better kiss me and hold me tight, and give me good loving every night. 'Cause you'll be sorry if you make me blue, 'cause Santa Claus is watching you. He's everywhere. He's
Somebody's on the naughty list.
Oh, I know what's going to happen here.
Think you can sneak around and get away with something, but there ain't no way. 'Cause Santa's no fool, he's real super cool. He's the secret head of CIA. East, ass, and crime don't pay. You can't do nothing 'cause you're never alone. He's even got a white tap on your phone. So, baby, if you ever do me wrong, break my heart and leave me alone. When Christmas comes, you'll be crying too, 'cause Santa Claus is watching you. He's everywhere, he's everywhere.
I like that one.
Yeah, well, good evening, everybody.
How's it going?
Hey, it's going, man. It's Christmas week. How could you not? It's great. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Also
I'm
excited.
for-
This is the show I think everybody's looking forward to the most, man. Freaking Shovelhead's going to be here tonight. The 22. There we go. The 22 car driver is
Yep.
going to be here tonight. If they're not looking
Yep.
forward to it, I know I am.
So who's this guy? Shovel who?
Oh, ho, ho.
I don't think I ever heard of this.
He's
dude.
got a lot to say to you, my friend. I think you have called him a midget every week for the past 3 weeks. So he's about to show
Well,
you how much of a midget he really is.
Well, I'm
I
looking
just
forward
call
to.
him like
I'm looking.
I see him.
I'm looking for having Shovelhead as a teammate this year. See what he can bring to Team Penske.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, ever since you guys got him switched over to a Ford, man, he's just got this new, just that little bit of speed that you're looking for. I feel like he found it in the Ford.
Yeah.
He was so close all season last year, and now ever since he switched to a Ford, it's just been. I mean, it's every week. He's every race. I mean, public lobbies or not, he's fast. So I mean, yeah.
What are you saying?
Well,
It has nothing to do with talent and everything to do with the car. Is that what you're saying, Niner?
Did everybody just watch Field Wreck in that video?
He is driving a Chevy. He is
Okay,
driving
just
a
make
Chevy.
sure. Just making sure.
So, you
go
ready
ahead.
for Christmas field filler?
Yeah, I'm ready as I'm going to be. I mean, my Christmas is easy.
Well, you got you and the crew chief, right?
That's it. And the crew chief is already taken care of.
So
There you go.
you're not going to spend Christmas alone like you did Thanksgiving. You're going to have.
No, yes, I am.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
My crew chief is in Kansas City.
Oh, is that why you're a Chiefs fan?
Yeah, well, that's where I was for the last 43 years.
Oh. Go.
See, I was born here in Illinois, and when I was 19, I went to Kansas City, and then when I retired, I came back.
What do people in Illinois do besides sleep?
Shoot people.
Well, how would I know?
I don't know. You live there now, right?
I know.
He never leaves the house.
Yeah.
Not when it's cold, I don't.
He's in his hibernation mode at the moment.
Hey,
There you
when I found out we had all that snow coming and the temperatures and the blizzard conditions and everything, I went out that day and did all my winter stock up. Yeah, I don't have to go anywhere for a week.
Well,
You got
look,
plenty
I'm
of bread
super,
and milk.
Got everything I need.
Hey, I got my grandma.
I even bought me one of them battery operated, snow shovels.
How the hell do you have a battery on? What does your snow shovel do that you need a battery for?
So have you ever heard of this is not a promotion, but the Snow Joe? You ever heard of that? Yeah,
No.
look it up sometime. It's actually it's a small version of a snow blower, but they call it a snow shovel. And it
So it's like
runs on either a 24 volt or a 40 volt battery.
Keep talking about
Wow.
shovels, man. He's gonna come to your house and kick your ass. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying about shovel.
I mean, I did. I went and bought me a new shovel. So
Cool.
Well, an old
about
shovel's
you,
going to
Dan?
show up here in about 20 minutes. Hey, I'm looking forward to Christmas because Mucka, the master here at Madden, has been teaching me how
That
to
I
play
have been.
Madden football.
Yeah, I have been
And
teaching.
we have a big FRR Madden tournament Sunday night since we're not racing. We got about 16 guys that are ready to play football Sunday night in a double elimination tournament. So,
Well, hopefully I don't lose week 1 against Mac Attack. You know, it is the Dallas Cowboys, you know.
I don't want to talk about the Cowboys right now.
Is that, I actually had a question for you about that. Is that a double elimination or a single
It is.
elimination?
It's a double elimination. So the first football game is going to be 6-minute quarters. The second one will be 5-minute quarters.
Gotcha.
Just, I mean, because I don't want to go till, I think on Thanksgiving night we went till 2 a.m.
Yeah, no, it was up late.
Just to have
Yeah.
Favre win everything and not lose a single game.
We didn't want to hurt his feelings.
But if you noticed in the opening video, I noticed there was no Packers on the field in that video, but that was Favre playing as the Commanders, where Mucka came
Yeah.
back from a 7-point deficit with like 5 minutes in the game or something, and came back and won the game against Favre. So I had to throw that in there. And then
I
also
just want
had
to
yeah.
let everybody know that game was 0-0 with like 3 minutes left in the third.
No,
So,
I think it was
it was
like
a really
30
tight game.
seconds left in the third. I think you guys got all. It was ridiculous. Like you anybody who plays Mucka changes the entire way they play Madden while they're playing them. It's wait, tune in Sunday night on the FR YouTube channel. We'll definitely be streaming those football games. But yeah, it's I'm learning things, man. I learned what a hit stick was yesterday, and that thing's been around for like 20 Madden games. But I
Yeah,
never
I
knew how
also
to
taught
use it
you how
till
to run-
yesterday.
I also taught you how to run slants and post
Change
it.
positions, dude. You can
Yeah.
take one guy and change his route. Just that
Yeah.
guy. That's
Yeah.
I'm gonna be unstoppable.
Yep.
I might have
Talking
to
about
play 49ers though.
Talking about the NFL, we had some interesting games last week, and Field Filler goes ahead by 1 again in our picks. For some reason, we can't beat Field this season so far, but you know there are 3 weeks
Well.
left, plus playoffs, plus the Super Bowl, so there's still a chance.
A dead clock's right twice a day.
Yes. I think Dan's got a graphic.
Apparently more
I'm
often. than you
I'm
guys
looking
are
for it.
right.
What's that feel?
I said that's more often than you guys are right.
Yeah. Well,
Only by one, old man. Don't get too
yeah, it's
cocky.
one game. It's one game. And I believe we were tied going into last week. So
Yeah, but before that, I was in the lead too.
yeah, well, maybe this week we overtake the lead and you'll be, as they say, sucking hind tit.
We'll see whether you can beat my system or not.
Well, we're trying.
Hey, I got to tell you this quick story before we do the football picks.
Yeah.
One of the guys I used to work with, we went to lunch one time at this Mexican restaurant. We sat at the bar and ate, and we were watching the tennis match. And the one person was way behind, and my buddy, he's kind of a jokester, you know. He says, I'll take the person that's ahead, you take the person that's losing, and whoever wins or whoever loses has to buy lunch. Well, so I took him up on that bet. And then the person I had that was losing, which I watched the day before,
Oh, it was a preview of
came
the show.
back and won the match.
Oh, good Lord.
It was awesome.
Well, thank God you can't use that system.
I know, right?
Okay, so I made sure the 5 was really big because we know how Field Filler feels about the 5 being tiny. So
Yes.
yeah, we're tied 6-3, Mucka. And then
Yeah.
7 minus 2 equals 5.
It does. Look at that.
So
Maybe
yeah.
it was destiny.
yeah,
Maybe
that's where he's gonna
start-
stick.
stick right there at 7 wins. Yeah.
So the Vikings Colts game, man, that was the best comeback in NFL history. I mean, 33-0, and the damn Vikings just laid. Matt Bryant has got to hate life. I mean, losing the Super Bowl 28-3 after having that 28-3 lead, and then losing that game on a Saturday afternoon, 33-0, and they come back to beat them. I mean, the Vikings deserve to be number one in the division. So,
and the officials tried their best not to let Minnesota win that.
Well, I had a gut feeling.
Minnesota that.
I had
Remember
a gut
that
feeling
one
about
that
Indy.
one fumble that was a clear fumble,
Yep.
but then he ran it in for a touchdown that they took away.
Yeah. So.
And then the face mask that they called it wasn't a face mask.
Yeah, Madden does that to me all the time. There's not even a face mask button, and it calls a face mask on me all the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't understand.
Well, I had a gut feeling about the Indianapolis Colts beating Minnesota, and 3/4 of that game, I was still looking good, and I had a good feeling going into the picks this week. And poor Matt Ryan, man. That's 2 weeks in a row. Once against Dallas with the biggest comeback in the fourth quarter, and now the biggest NFL comeback. He's not actually playing this next week.
I was going to say, I think this might be the end of Matt Ryan.
I think he should just walk away peacefully and go leave his legacy as a decent quarterback in the NFL.
Yep. Because he did a lot with the Falcons. He was really, he was. I wasn't a huge Falcons fan. I mean, I like Julio Jones back in the day when he was over there, and some guys I went to college with played for him. So I always follow the Falcons, but I feel bad for Matt Ryan. But yeah, he definitely time to walk away and go coach high school football somewhere.
Yeah.
Next
the
game
Buffalo
was the
Miami game was crazy.
The Dolphins. I really thought the Dolphins were going to get that one. I was looking good. I'm the only one that picked the Dolphins out of us, and I was like, "Holy crap! I'm actually going to beat these two." And then, just like most of my nights, I was happy for a second, and it all went away.
Yep. We had I think the better team won at the end.
The snow was awesome too on that one.
The snow was good at the end of the game, but I think the better team pulled out in the end. I really
absolutely. And then the Chargers game, we just all knew what was going to happen there, and it kind of came to fruition. So that's last week. Let's see this week.
This week we have some interesting games.
I hate you for one of them, man. I really do.
I picked this game on purpose.
Called Muck like an hour ago. I messaged Muck an hour ago. I'm like, I really hate you for making me do what I have to do tonight on a broadcast.
But the first game of the week we have is Eagles Cowboys, which would have been a bigger game if Dallas got the win last week, but Dallas is being Dallas, so you know how they go. I'm gonna let you start us off, Field Filler. What do you got? Eagles Cowboys.
I was hoping I didn't have to go first. I got the Cowboys, and I hope you guys are taking the Eagles.
Well,
why are you taking the Cowboys?
I know you're using a system. I know you're using this new system that you still haven't told us what it is.
My system tells me Cowboys.
I think the system is your crew chief, but that's another story. Why are you going to go with the Cowboys?
My crew chief is not a football fan.
So what made you decide at just random the system, or was there a meeting behind it?
No, my system.
Okay.
No, my system tells me to take Cowboys.
Okay.
I got Cowboys.
I'm gonna learn this game system.
31-29.
31-29 Cowboys. Okay. Dan, what do you got?
Damn it, dude. Mucka, let me pick next week's games. Damn it.
Negative.
All right. So before this week, I would have 100% picked the Eagles to win this game, because there ain't no way on God's green earth I would pick the Cowboys to win dirt. But with Jalen Hurts possibly, more than likely, not playing.
Well, he's got that right shoulder injury.
Oh my God. You picked the Cowboys? All right. Fuck. I'm gonna go with the.
You can't catch me.
He almost said it.
You can't catch me if you pick the same as I do.
No, but you can fall farther behind too.
I know I can. This is where all those years of going to Vegas is gonna hurt me or help me. I'm gonna go with the Eagles.
All right.
I'm gonna go with the Eagles. It's just a gut feeling. I have the statistics and everything says with Jalen Hurts out, it's gonna be a Cowboys game. but I just feel like the Cowboys will find a way to choke this.
They usually do in the month of December. They usually
Yep.
fall apart in the month of December.
Yep.
So,
So we're gonna stick with that plan, and we'll go with the Eagles on that one.
okay, you got a score?
No, but the Eagles will score.
Okay.
I don't have a scoreboard. I mean, they might get it by a damn field goal. I don't know. I just want them to win. It's more of a want than a think, Yeah.
Yep, yep.
And more than that, anything, I want to beat Field Filler. So I'm glad he picked the Cowgirls.
Well, I am, even though, everybody knows I'm a Giants fan and I cannot stand the Dallas Cowboys. I'm going to have to go with the Cowboys. With Jalen Hurts not playing, they're playing in Dallas. The Cowboys are coming off 2 losses. So I'm going to have to go with Dallas on this.
Okay. So I'm the only one going with the Eagles.
You are.
Just remember, it's a rating, not a logo.
Yes.
Okay.
I got them winning 34-28. That's what I got. So the next game we have, I picked for a reason because it's the Houston Titans game. You have the Houston Texans, who are the worst team in the NFL
By
on
far.
paper. On paper. They played really good their last, they played good teams, and they look what they just did to Kansas City, what they did to Dallas. You know what I mean? So, and I got them facing the Titans, who are on a 4-game losing streak. So what do you got, Field Filler?
That all sounds good, but I'm going with the Titans.
Field is going with the Titans. Score?
21-16.
21-16. All right, Dan, what do you got?
I'm going with the Texans
Okay.
because I've got this new method that I'm going with this week.
Well, you're going to pick the opposite of whatever
Every
Field Filler
single
picked?
fucking one of them. And I'm going to go 14-21.
14-21.
Yep.
All right. Well, the Titans, they went from, 4-game losing streak. They went from 80% chance of making the playoffs to a 60% chance of making the playoffs. So I think Houston's going to give Titans everything they can handle. But I think Titans are going to come out as the winner 24-17 in the end, just because they're tired of losing. So I'm going Titans.
In that case, I should win Charlotte because I'm tired of losing.
So our next game is Detroit, Carolina.
The kitty cat battle. All right. Oh, Field, you go first. I like going after you.
What do you got, Field?
Please pick the Panthers, because I'll be damned if I'm going to pick the Panthers. So you got to pick them.
Lions 26-23.
Christ. My
Lions
method's not
winning,
going to
yeah.
work because there ain't no freaking way I'm picking the Panthers to do anything. So I'm going to stick with Field. I wanted to pick the opposite of all yours. Yeah. It's going to be
Detroit.
Yeah, it's going to be overtime. I don't know. They're going to 7-10.
All right. Well, Detroit started out 1-6, and they won the last 6 games in a row.
The Panthers haven't done very good since they got rid of McCaffrey. So
yeah, well, who the hell is PJ Walker? Who the hell is this guy throwing the ball around? I don't know.
I think he's the janitor that they found cleaning the toilets and brought him in to be quarterback.
A couple other stats I found about Detroit is Jared Goff. He's having a hell of a season, really quietly. He's only had 1 interception all season.
Yeah.
If Carolina loses or Carolina wins and the Bucks lose, then Carolina takes the division lead. Carolina's, I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say Carolina 77-0.
77-0. Okay. No, hell no.
Yep.
I'll
So
go
I'm
play
going
defense.
Carolina.
If they get over 30-0, I'll drive to Charlotte and play defense myself.
Okay. So
All
I got
right.
Carolina on that one.
All right, so there's our football picks. Are we keeping good time tonight? Are we ready for old?
Sure, we can bring Shovelhead in here and see
Okay,
what he has.
I gotta send him a message real quick. So let me
Do your thing.
do that.
So Phil, let me get these picks down right. You got the Eagles, or no? You have the
No,
Cowboys
I got the Cowboys, the Titans, and the Lions.
and Lions, and Dan has got the Eagles,
The Texans
the Texans,
and the Lions.
and Lions, and I've got the Cowboys, the Titans, and Carolina. Okay. Got it written down. Because last week there was a little confusion on, Dan had made his picks and then he decided to change his mind at the last second.
While
but
we
I
were in the
wasn't gonna
middle of
hold him to
picking.
that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
wasn't gonna hold him to that, so. But this week I'm holding you to it.
Okay.
Down the back straightaway for the final time today. Shovelhead in the number 8 Chevy Camaro. Does he have enough fuel to get off of turn number 3 and 4? He looks like he's slowing
know what
up,
happens
Dylan.
here.
They come off of turn
I think
number
he runs
4.
out of gas.
Chasing that 24, trying to catch
Second
him.
race of the
I don't
season,
think
man,
it's going to
after
be enough.
pushing
No,
his
it is.
teammate. Oh,
he's out of gas.
He's out of
He's
gas.
out of
Pushing his
gas.
teammate to the
Shovelhead
win at
out
Daytona,
of fuel
finishing second
off
at
of turn
Daytona. This is
4.
what
It's
happens
going to
when
be
we-
It's
chasing the
close,
number
Dave.
24 that picks up the
Decent
win.
lead over True Death in third. We've got Mad Mopar running third now. Dan the Man running fourth, but we are in the middle of green flag pit stops here in the FR Racing Series,
Shovel
and we
dominated
have
the middle
17
section of
laps
this
to
race.
go.
This was that one YouTube battle for the win there at the end. Because of
Shovelhead having a hard
right
time
here.
getting to the
It's not
access road.
happening right
Shovelhead.
here. I don't think anybody
Oh,
would've done
Shovelhead
Shovel.
spins, getting onto pit road. Oh no.
And Shovelhead or True Death hard into the wall. Shovelhead gets around him for second. Field filler looking for third on True Death. And Favre is going to get win number 10 on the season. Shovelhead coming up second. True Death in the top 3. Field filler fourth. Flash fifth. Mucka sixth. Perky seventh.
I hate that track.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's one of Shovel's better ones, though. And so there he is, ladies and gentlemen. Shovelhead. Justin Regan, how are you tonight, my friend?
What's happening?
I don't see him. There he is.
Do you see him?
There he
Okay,
is.
Good, good.
Nope, you switched it back. I'm still looking at week 4 picks.
I'm taking it down. Bam. There you are.
All right. Now we got Shovelhead on the screen. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Oh, spectacular.
How come I don't see you guys?
You don't see any of us?
No, I
I'm not
don't.
sure.
I see.
Well, that sucks.
There's Field Driller.
Oh, yeah.
I see-
So you should see Field every now and then. You should be rotating through the three of us. It's why being on the phone's kind of because I'm on my phone for the camera. I'm on my computer for all the graphics and stuff. So I don't get to see anybody. That's why I have to look up on my TV. But anyway, you can go back and watch us because we'll all be on the video. Welcome
That's
in.
right.
Welcome in,
Thank you.
Shovels. So it's no secret, Shovel is by far my best online friend. And in real life, I mean, I'd have his back, he'd have mine. But I can't hold back tonight, guys. I'm gonna have to let you guys go ahead and take it from here because I could talk Shovel all day because I normally do. So I'll let you two ask whatever you want. No, don't hold back. Give it to him because I've already told him this week. I think most people think he's an asshole, but he's really not.
I was kind of wondering what the hell Field Filler was reading over there. Something about 101 secrets to fighting or something. I'm not really sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, I've had that book since 1987. I was just doing a little refresher, that's all.
Have you watched the show before, Shovel?
Yeah.
So it seems as though Field Filler has also changed his background behind him tonight as well.
My crew
yeah,
chief
like-
was just checking in on me here, sorry.
It looks like he's got some karate trophies and some wrestling garb and a picture of somebody in a black belt, I think, back there. I don't know if you can see that picture back there, but
It's in the
Yeah.
lead
Right.
stuff.
That's a black belt, not a freaking fruity little purple belt. Black belt.
oh my gosh. You know, Field, he lives the closest to you out of all of us.
Come on.
All right.
Hey, by the way, Niner, I want you to roll my video
Oh man,
for Shovelhead. Roll my video for Shovelhead.
I'll have to roll it at the end. I forgot to download it while we were talking.
Oh, come
I'm sorry,
on.
dude. I'm sorry. So look.
Shovel, it was going to be great. It was free. Oh, damn it.
So I don't know if
So
you know,
Shovel,
but
tell us,
Phil Phil's
Go
called
ahead,
you a
Dan.
midget every day, every show since he found out you were coming on here, because he saw a picture of us standing side by side, and I was a little bit taller than you, and so you've been a midget to him since then. I don't think he understands that there's a lot of dynamite in this small package. This little guy, he can tear some shit up.
why don't you
Right?
tell us a little bit about yourself, Shovel?
I'm 44. I live in Jerseyville, Illinois. I got 3 children and 1 stepdaughter. I got a wonderful lady by the name of Elise. My kids my daughter just finished her first semester in college. She's 18. My middle son is 13. And I got my other son will be 9 in January. And Elisa's daughter, my stepdaughter, she just turned 13.
And now
Well,
your middle son is a badass in wrestling, right? Is that?
Yeah, he's making daddy proud, that's for sure.
Hell yeah.
So it sounds like you got quite the household there.
I don't have 3 of my children with me, but yeah.
Me and Shovel have a lot in common. We both build models. We're both into martial arts, and we both live in Illinois. Let's go.
But you
That's
know
good.
what? You know what Shovel has that you don't have? Look on top of his head. Look on top of his head. Look what Mucka got him to do this year. That man
Yep,
was a
that's
Chevy
right.
man for life. And
That's
he's wearing
right.
a hat right there. That's my
Well,
dude.
if he wants to win races, we got to get him on Team Penske,
By the way,
and he'll start winning some
I don't know
races.
if you can see this, but I got my 22 hat on tonight.
So you know
Just
what
'cause
Niner
Shovel's
said
there.
about you earlier, though, how you got fast that you got in a Ford Shovel.
Oh God.
He said it just goes to show it's not talent, it's the car.
No, I think Field Filler said that.
disagree.
I think
Yeah.
that's where it came from.
What I said
I was fast in the
Was-
Chevrolet.
he
I'm
was
just
he
finding
was
a little more speed now.
what I
You just
I
got to
did
stop
say-
running out of gas.
Oh,
Yeah.
Stop running out of gas. You get a couple wins, you know?
It's all right.
Right.
Ford's save gas better than Chevys do anyway. But what I did say was I'm not scared of Shovelhead. And I said I would repeat that in front of him. I ain't scared of Shovelhead at all.
Ain't no reason to be scared.
No reason at all. Y'all should
Well,
be scared.
let's
of
see.
him.
You got a
I ain't
brown belt in
scared.
Taekwondo. You got a green
That's
belt
what-
in
yeah.
karate.
By the way,
Purple belt in jiu-jitsu.
yes.
4-0 in the octagon. I think I'd be a little scared.
Nah.
And
Hold
he
on a
makes
second.
he makes the
If he
16.
didn't run out of gas all the time, he'd have black belts in those divisions.
Oh Jesus. And look, the sound of his voice makes people shake when they get into a racing lobby too. So I mean, that's just as bad as them belts in that
Them
NASCAR.
black belts take years. The black belt in jujitsu, could take me forever. Like that's one of the hardest belts I've ever achieved, is where I'm at. You can call it just a purple belt if you want, but that's been years of training.
8
I
years.
only got
brother.
one belt.
8 years. 8 years.
I've only got one belt and it holds my pants up. That's about it. Belt I got.
So how long ago did you train? And is it something you're still doing? Is it something you're going after now, or how long has it been since you were in training?
It's been 10 years since my last fight. So I've had my mother passed away at a young age of 53, and I just, other things took priority, I guess. So
Gotcha.
that's,
I understand that.
I had a fight lined up. It was just about 3 weeks after she passed away, and I canceled the fight, and I mean, I've been back to the gym and rolled and sparred with the guys, but things changed. That's for sure.
Very understandable.
Gotcha. So you got the name Shovelhead, and I'm assuming that's because of your Harley. Can you tell us a little
Yes.
bit about your bike?
It's a 1981 FLHS, which is it's not quite a bagger originally. It's got 2 hard bags on the back, and it had a front windshield. But 2 weeks after I had tore it apart completely and repainted the frame, redid the engine and transmission, and put new paint on it, a full-size Chevy pickup pulled out in front of me, and I hit the passenger front tire, Supermaned over the hood of the truck, landed on my face, and it destroyed my bike. So I'm a welder fabricator. So I cut the frame apart, and I stretched the backbone 2.5 inches, and I raked it to about 52 degrees rake, 8 over front tubes, which is 8 inches longer than stock. And now she's 8.5 feet long. And
I was gonna say bike's got to be long as hell.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty old Shovelhead.
Does it kill your turning radius with the bike being that long?
I mean, I ain't trying to turn just tight circles. I have no problem anywhere I go. But yeah, it obviously kills the turning radius. But
That's another thing Sheldon and I have in common. We both have Harleys.
yep.
I did not know that about you, Mr. Filler, sir.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
got
yeah.
a nice one.
Farv seen it.
Oh, you know what? I think I did see a picture of it. That's right.
Yeah, I've seen a picture.
That's right. So that's right there. You know, something that when we race in public lobbies a lot, because Shovelhead 81 FL, people just assume that he's from Florida. So that right there,
Yeah.
right here on Three Guys Opinions, we have broke the whole world. Shovel is not from Florida.
No, he's from the middle of the goddamn country.
In 1981.
No, you were not born in 1981. No, sir, you weren't.
1978.
So that
I don't
means I'm
understand
older
why
than
it
you.
is. How come, hey, Shovel, why are you such good friends with Niner when you and I have all this stuff in common? How come we're not best friends?
Hey, someone actually called us an odd couple the other night in the lobby. They're like, it's unreal that you and Shovel are friends. Like, we are really opposites, but we have a lot in common as well. He's my guy. When I need something, I just need to talk to somebody. Shovel's the person I'll call, and just he fills the void that, you know, I don't have with my dad being gone. So I do appreciate him.
So I got some questions for you, Shovelhead.
Yeah. What's up?
I hope you're ready for them.
Bring it on.
First one question is, how does it feel being on a different team this year and driving a Ford, knowing that you're going to get a win?
Well, it feels great, actually. I mean, I was welcomed with open arms, so that was easy. And just being behind the wheel of Ford now I've surprised myself a little bit, actually. And as far
Well,
as
I know we're pretty excited over here on Team Penske to have you. You bring a lot of experience and a different aspect of the race than what we had before. So we're really looking forward to next season.
Right, me too. Thank you.
Second question I have for
As
you.
far as the guaranteed win, I don't know about that, but I'm
Well,
gonna
you
work my
gotta
ass
have
off.
confidence. You gotta have confidence. You
I
say you're
got
gonna win, you're
confidence.
gonna get that win, right?
Yeah, no, that's my goal, is to win a race and be in the Final Four this season.
Well, I definitely see big things coming out of the 22 car this year. Even Field Filler said, did he seen, since you've been on, you know, in that 22 car, normally it's me and Field Filler, we're chasing each other around the track, but I think it's going to be a 3-team a 3-person chase this year. I think I see a lot
I
of
agree.
the number 2, the 22, and the 5 following each other around the track.
Yes,
So-
sir.
But the next question I have for you, when you're following somebody on the track and you're obviously faster than them, how do you hold your temper back from just taking them out?
I try to be patient and wait for them to make a mistake. I've learned a lot from following field filler around the track with being patient and just let the race come to me instead of me trying to force a race, you know?
Right. When you force things, mistakes happens and you end up in the back of the pack. That's the way I feel.
Yeah.
And I'm
Absolutely.
finding it harder and harder to make a rival out of Shovel, I tell you. God
Is
dang it,
he
he's such a good
growing
guy.
from is he growing from midget status to full grown yet? Is he getting there with this? I hope so.
I got your
So
midget. Swinging.
So the last question I got for you, then I'm gonna hand you over to Niner. You're really big into building model cars.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple of them. You got to have a lot of patience for that, which I've seen
Yes.
you've learned a lot on the track. When you put those models together, do you use a ventilated area or you just say fuck it?
I say fuck it. Pretty much. I mean,
See,
I-
that's another thing him and I have in common. That's right. I got mine set up on a table. I showed it to him. I do all my spray painting right there in that room.
I go to the garage where it's a larger area, you know, but here lately I've picked up airbrushing and the fumes ain't nearly, if any, actually. It's nothing like a aerosol bottle of paint, you know. Those things will kill you. But
Gotcha.
I've blown my nose of many different colors here lately.
But that's what I got for you. I mean, I talk to you every week, so really don't have much. I'm gonna hand you over to Niner Dan and see what he's got for you.
So
Yeah, hit him with the hard hitting questions there.
I got you.
Come
So
on.
look, so we've talked about this a couple times this week, and I'm gonna talk about it. So a lot of these younger guys really think that you're kind of a dick when they're in the lobby with you. All right, we'll use Sniper as an example. And Sniper, I know you're watching, or you'll be watching this, and we were in a lobby with Sniper the other night. We had this exact conversation. Sniper remembers exactly what track it was that you cussed his ass out for doing something stupid in front of you and affecting your race, and you just laid into him. Now that was about a year ago, and now you and Sniper are buds, and you, I mean, when he's quiet, you get along with him well. Is there anything you want to tell the people that are watching that don't know this side of you, that don't, they just see when you get upset, they don't ever see the you'll take somebody to a road course. Chris is fat, the guy that has 15 million names, took him to a road course last night, drove it slow with them, taught him how to drive it. I mean, you do that with everybody. You've done it with me. I mean, we sit in lobbies many a times at night, and that's my fastest lap. Holy cow. That's my, and I think you're more excited about these people getting fastest laps when you're teaching them than they are.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I wish I could tell everybody that, but is there anything you want to tell the people that really just think you're kind of a jerk when obviously
Honestly,
we know the truth?
honestly, I don't give two fucks what people think of me, to be honest. But usually when somebody is getting an ass chewing, they've done fucked up. And like, I don't have a whole lot of tolerance for ignorance, straight up. But otherwise, I'm quiet normally. Normally you won't even hear me during a race until
I was gonna say that. I haven't heard Shovel on the track in a while. The only time you hear from Shovel is somebody fucked up, and he'll let them know.
I just let them know. Like, it depends on what they say to me or don't say to me, whether or not they're going to get an ass chewing or not.
I want to point out, can I point out the one that I agreed with, the one that I don't let the guy in the lobby, I'm not going to say his name, but we were at Michigan one night and somebody cheater pitted, went in the pits right before the end. Remember that one where it comes out of the pits in the lead, and we were all fussing at him because what he did. And he said, shit, what did he say? He said, anybody can do it. It's y'all.
Didn't you know anybody could do that?
Didn't you know
Yeah.
once that came out of his mouth, I knew Shovel was about to go on the attack. Like as soon as it came out of the dude's mouth, I was like, oh, here we go. And Shovel just laid into his ass about doing that. And oh my God, it was great. It was great, but he deserved every bit of it. You're absolutely right. Shovel he talks whenever somebody screws up around him. And if they don't not admit that they did it, but if they don't acknowledge or know what they did, he lets them know that what they did on the track and that it's not okay. So,
And don't let anybody get him wrong, because I've raced around Shovel a ton and we've gotten into each other and traded paint, bumped each other. It's a simple thing of, hey, Shovel, sorry man, I lost control, and we're back to racing. You know what I mean?
I thought about changing my name to FRR. Just apologize.
Yep.
That's all it takes. Just acknowledge, apologize, and carry on, like I do. Most people do. It's the few and far betweeners that I don't know, got a chip on their fucking shoulder, and I don't know what it is with a few guys.
Well, I guess it would be like last Sunday when Bad Martin took me out, didn't say a freaking word.
It irritates you, don't it?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Just acknowledge it.
So Phil, you got anything for Shovel?
What's that?
I said, you got anything for Shovelhead? And I
don't
think
know.
we're missing
I do. Is Niner done?
Well, Niner still has a video to run, right?
Which one? Oh God, yeah. You guys do your thing. Hold on.
We had a whole intro video set up for Shovelhead, and we just blew right by it. So.
Well, no, we did the intro video. I thought, didn't we?
I was watching the intro video.
Oh, did we?
Yeah,
he did it. Yeah,
I got it. I didn't get Fields though. So Field, ask him a bunch of questions, and I'll get your video. I'll find it.
I got 3 questions for you there, Shovel.
What's up?
Good,
Shoot.
good, buddy. What's the first thing you think of when you see field filler come up in your rearview mirror?
How the fuck does he do that?
Week in, week out, man.
Right.
That was so nice.
He was just fishing for a compliment. You gave it to him. Look at you.
I will say that I know his Shovel is just totally taking me off my game. That's for damn sure. I don't know what to say. I'm about ready to cry. I love that answer. Nice answer. Right. What a guy. What a freaking nice guy. He's killing me.
I am a nice guy. It's just
there's no tolerance for stupidity.
I'm not afraid to let you know when.
I know that I think Shovel and I already probably realized just between ourselves that we'll be probably working together a lot when the season starts versus being, actual rivals. I think we've kind of established that just the way we've been running in the practice races in the Winter League. And a lot of mutual respect, I think, between the two of us for sure.
Absolutely. Thank you, Field. Thank you.
My second question for you, though, might be a little trickier. So we've got the current FRR drivers, and then we have this Winter League series where we're looking for new talent. So of the both groups, the new talent, current FRR drivers, if there was one driver that you would trade for a stale bag of chips, who would it be?
Oh man.
You know who you want to say. I mean, you just.
Well, as far as the new drivers,
out of all drivers,
I think Hurricane Hall. Like at first, he impressed me, but here as of late, I don't know if it's just the track or he's still pretty damn good. But things have happened, and I'm not sure exactly what's been happening because I'm racing my own race. But I like the shit out of Hurricane. I guess he would be a first round pick if I was a captain.
But the question was, who would you trade for a bag of chips?
Meaning,
Which is
who's
a
the worst
derogatory.
on the goddamn track?
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you've already gotten rid of a couple, 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah. Hey, it could be
let's
current
see.
FRR guys too. I mean, you know, they're in there.
You
all
got
the
race,
time.
you got to race with
Yeah,
them next season. So
You're trying
that
to
one.
start
Yeah,
that
see,
one.
hey, you're on the hot seat on this show.
it's okay. You can tell Field it's him, Shovel. It's okay.
I have no comment for that.
Okay.
That's
Now-
smart man.
Now
Smart
that
man.
right there,
Smart man.
ladies and gentlemen, is breaking like news. I was expecting a name. I was expecting a name and a story behind it, and he's just gonna not be the Shovelhead I thought he was, and just not.
I have had no issues with anybody this winter series.
It's because you're always running up front.
10-4.
Different than a Ford, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I'll go ahead and tell you, people get out of the way for Shovel, and this is from experience. So whenever I went to Shovelhead's house for WWT weekend, I didn't bring my wheel, but I brought my PlayStation, and I tried to get on the controller and race, and I couldn't do it. But Shovel's like, "Oh, I can race on a controller." So I raced his Shovelhead all weekend, and he raced his Niner, and I was in a lobby, and people would just get out of my way when I was Shovelhead, like they red carpet style, just move out of the way as Shovel was coming through. He was racing as me, and he got to see what it was really like, and he was like, "Holy fuck." Like these guys were just blocking and all this shit to him. And for when I was racing, I want to race a Shovel every day because people just moving right out of the way for him. So it was awesome.
Yeah.
My final question.
Final question. I expect it in return. So I believe there's a bunch of people that respect the way I drive, and that's what that was all about.
So this is another hot seat question, by the way. So our season, it's 37 races when you include the All-Star race, I believe.
Yeah.
It's a long season. Mucka is your teammate now in the 2-car. You guys are working well together. But you do have a reputation for having the temper that you will display from time to time. What do you think are the chances of racing 37 races during the season without cussing out the number 2 driver at least once?
There's 0 chances.
Zero chance?
I've never cussed out the number 2.
No, but I have. I've cussed out the Giants player. I haven't cussed out the number 2 driver, but I sure have cussed out the football player.
Yeah. Well,
But as far as chances of me not freaking out on somebody, are slim to none.
Yeah. Okay, so 0 chance on the 2-car.
Hey,
Zero chance.
well, I don't do stupid things on the track field, so there's really no reason for me to yell at me. So
Right. And when an incident occurs, he's always, "Oh shit, Shovel, I'm sorry." And he'll either back off, let me in, or he'll just make sure I'm good to go still. But no.
So if he does that like 5 times a race, that's okay.
I mean, there's a difference between deliberate.
Oh shit, I'm sorry. That's number 3.
If it's deliberate, that might be a different story. But I don't see that happening.
yeah, why would I take my own teammate out?
So here's
Right.
the video that old field filler wanted for
Roll
me.
that footage. Roll that footage.
Fucking midget boxing.
I don't think Flying Ryan covered himself once in the last fight like you
Look at his
just
chin,
did. That
put it
means he's
more.
respecting the power with the hands up.
He was a showman in the last fight.
Yeah.
Is that you in the camouflage shorts, Shovel, or is you got the gray ones on?
Oh my God.
I'm the one. with the gray
I can't
shorts.
believe what this show has become. Lord. I'm sorry, Shovel.
I love you, buddy. I love you, man.
Well, it's called the hot seat for a reason.
It really
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think we learned more that Shovel's not who everybody thought he was tonight. And he really does. He really is out there to be a softie, but don't do stupid stuff. I mean, that's it. And we all feel the same way. We just don't tell people.
Give respect, get respect. Plain and simple.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
I think a lot of listeners and watchers tonight learned, saw a different side of Shovel tonight than they, and that's why we bring you on the show, is, you know, to get to see the actual person, not just the number 22 car on the track, you know?
Right.
Yeah,
No,
and in our first,
I'm
in our very-
honored, guys. So thank you.
well, look, in our very first show, Field, you said that Shady Acres, the way he looked, sounded like he should have Shovel's voice. So now
Yes,
that
it
you
did.
see,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
now that you
yeah.
see Shovel, does the voice match up better than with Shady?
Yeah, I don't remember Shady's voice now, but yeah.
Well, you're going to get used to it because he's going to be calling all the FR races starting here in just a couple weeks. He's got a couple 3 winter series coming up, and you know, I'm pulling for that
the noise
22
of
car.
FRR.
The
So you're gonna
noise
hear a
of
lot
FRR, yeah.
I mean, goddamn! Look, Shovel just sits there and just sitting there, just looking. It just looks intimidating as hell, just sitting there.
Lord. Shovel, thank you so much for joining us tonight,
If
buddy.
you're gonna give
thank you,
nicknames,
Shovel.
I'll take that name, the Intimidator.
Oh, hold on. I did design you a T-shirt, Shovel.
Yeah.
But there's some wrong with my email, and I wanted to send it to you. I can't transfer it to my phone. I would have sent it to the PlayStation app like I've been doing everybody. So unfortunately, I can't do that right now. But I did design one for you, and it's got, of course, the picture of the 22 car and your name on the top of the picture. You know, Shovelhead 81, and at the bottom. So the caption is Shovelhead 81 will beat you. beat is in quotation marks.
Yeah. Yeah, you can take that however you want.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
And look,
So
Shovel,
when I get my stuff fixed, I'll get that to you.
All right.
and look, the title of tonight's podcast is Less Talk, More Race.
Let's talk.
That's
more
exactly.
race.
I asked a couple people, I'm like, what do you hear Shovel say the most? And that was by far Less Talk, More Race. So
Yeah.
that's where we went tonight, because that's definitely, Shovel doesn't talk during the race. And there's a reason. He's fast, he's being up front, he's concentrating. So congratulations on getting that number 22 Ford over on
Thank
Team Penske. I hope to see great things out of you next year.
That
And
was
I'm gonna be
a no-brainer, Mucka. Well, once that was offered, like, it took me less than 0.1 of a second to fucking take it. So,
Well, once
Thank you,
True
Michael.
offered you up, I was just like you said, no brainer. We both
Yeah.
drive the same. We both show, I mean, we've been sharing setups. They're pretty close to each other. We have the
Right.
same driving styles. It was just,
Right.
like you said, a no brainer.
Well, I'm going to
Yeah.
be really sad not to be in the booth if you win. So hopefully I'll be pushing you to that win.
If you're not
That'd
in
be
the booth,
awesome.
I'll still hear you in my ear. I
Oh,
hope.
you definitely will. You definitely will. I will be screaming at
You'll-
top of my
you'll
lungs when you
see a
get that.
completely different side of Shovel that day.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I have no doubts. I have no doubts. There'll
It's
be a
gonna
couple tears
happen.
falling.
I
I'm
guarantee
sure.
you it will happen.
Oh, it's going to happen. It's going to
No.
happen. I see it.
Gives me
Just-
goosebumps thinking about it, and hearing you guys say that really gives me goosebumps. So I appreciate you all.
You're constantly the one that everyone says is the one to beat every race in the Winter Series so far. It's who's the one to beat this week? It's Shovelhead. So
Well, I had my money on you at Chicago, and then you got wrapped up in that whole incident and put you to the back of the pack. But
Well,
I thought you were going to pull that one out.
It's because I lagged. I went to the back, and then
Yeah.
I passed. Well, how many cars was it? Like,
fucking
11
flew by me like I was standing still with
I
2 to
went
go.
from 27th to 11th in 13 laps.
That's moving.
Hey,
That's moving.
in the end of the third stage, I went from 6th to 26th.
I know it. That happened right in front of me. That sucked.
Well, look, I know our time's about up with them, but I'm going to go ahead and throw this out right here. I say Shovel's going to win 2 of the Winter Series races. The first one is going to be his redemption win at WWT from spinning going into the pits in the FR race this past year. And his second win is going to go where he is the fastest lap in Cup, the fastest lap in trucks, and the second fastest currently, but is about to be at the top of the board in Xfinity. And that's going to be a Canadian Tire, where Shovel owns Canadian Tire. Everyone says Shovel is the one to beat a Canadian Tire, no matter what race you go into. That's the track Shovel owns. He's ran it so much that last night he told me he was tired of running Canadian Tire. We needed to go somewhere else. So I say Shovel's going to win too. Those are the two races he's going to win for me for this Winter Series, and hopefully get him a Daytona 500 here come February. So,
Yep.
But thanks for stopping in, Shovel. It was awesome to have you. And
It's mine, boys. I'm honored, and I thank you guys.
yes, sir. Now go download some Madden so you can have fun with us on Christmas night.
yeah, there you go. If I don't see you, if I don't see you or hear from you, have a great Christmas, dude.
Thank you. You too.
You know,
All of you guys.
Yes, sir.
and we'll see you on the track, buddy.
All right, buddy.
Look forward to
You guys
meeting you at
have-
WWT.
I hope so.
And as
Yeah.
long as
Field,
Field
I
Filler
really
doesn't
do.
hire, as long as Field Filler doesn't hire Racer 10 to come take you out, you know.
Yeah, you son of a bitch. Bring
Bye,
your
Shovel.
mouthpiece.
Yeah. We'll see you soon.
See you guys.
All right. And that was Shovelhead, driver of the number 22 Penske car, coming up next season. There's
yeah.
going to be 3 races in the Winter Series being broadcasted, so you can catch them during those. But look for good things coming from that guy.
Hey, just happens to be 2 of the races I called him out winning too. WWT, Canadian Tire, and then they're also gonna be doing Texas. So
Yep.
he's down at Texas too. So I mean, he could, get all the glory on television for the Winter Series. You
Right.
never know. So
So that brings us up to our next segment, is our Chicago race last week. Who wants to start talking about that one?
well, I think Field Filler had the most exciting race.
Yeah, so I think we should talk to Field about that. See how his race went.
Oh,
You were
I'm
very-
good. I mean, I'm
You
fine
were
with it.
quiet. You were very quiet when you
Yeah.
got spun into the infield. You didn't say a damn word.
Never said a word.
I went back and
no.
watched your stream today, and I
No.
think you saw it coming. I think you saw it coming before it even happened.
I could tell that. I mean, he was all over the track the entire time I was behind him. So, and every time he made a mistake and went up high, he would just immediately turn left. I mean, or if he scraped the wall during a race, or if he went in the grass. I mean, it didn't matter what he did. He'd try to get right back into his position when he was being slowed down.
Well, now he had a fast car. I mean, he sat on the pole.
No,
He had the
I don't.
fastest, he had the fastest lap in the race, but that car was so
There's a
damn
difference.
loose.
There's a
So
difference from
loose.
having a fast car and being able to drive it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But no, no, that's why I said I don't take the Winter League serious. And so no, does that stuff bother me? Not really. I don't.
Can we talk about that for a second? This will not take the Winter League serious. So
yeah, that went out the window.
it sure did. So the captains all said, "Oh, we're gonna start in the back. We're not gonna take this serious." Blah blah blah. Favre got his second win of the Winter Series. All the captains except Field Filler finished in the top 5. Like, can y'all stop taking it serious and let us little folks have some fun, or just keep winning all the races you can?
We're trying to prepare you for what's gonna happen in the regular season.
So we get our ass kicked in the preseason and our ass kicked in the regular season. I got you.
Well, I think the competitiveness takes over, is what really happens.
Absolutely. I mean, like I think it was when Favre was on here. I told y'all just, or it was true. I was like, all of you are just too competitive to just ride around in the back and watch what's going
See,
on.
that's
I mean,
that's the thing for me in the Winter League. I mean, it's like I could qualify and try to run up front and know that I could do it, but I don't need to prove that to myself. I mean, I already know I can do it. I mean, I'm not worried about it.
because the 5's the greatest driver ever been on the track.
Goddamn right. I mean, literally, it doesn't bother me. I get wrecked. It doesn't bother me. I mean, this is what I'm there evaluating. I'm taking that part serious. I'm literally watching these guys. And
I
All right,
still
well,
think.
let me ask you this.
Oh, sorry.
Let me ask you this, Field. You've been back there, watching guys. who do you think is worth a bag of chips and who do you think is worth the pick?
A guy, so the guy that I would trade for a bag of chips right now would be Bad Martin.
I saw that coming.
Yeah.
And who do you think's worthy of a pick?
Yeah, who is the number one pick?
Well, so of course Hurricane knows this. I think most of the folks know it. That the first draft pick I get probably will, if I can get to him, will be Hurricane.
Now,
I think-
news. You kept Flash 9 on
Yes, I
Team
did.
Hendricks.
Yeah.
So
Well,
getting him from you is out the window. So
no, I think that's going to be. So I think my style and Flash's style are similar, only Flash is more successful at it than I am. And
Yeah, he's more successful than everybody at it.
yeah, I mean the patience that he has is just unreal. So but I think that him and our driving styles with the younger guys coming in, new guys coming in, if we can kind of mold them into some of that, get them the speed and get them the patience to go with it, can be a pretty respectable and well-liked team, I think, by our peers. So to me, that's the goal. I'm looking for people that I think are moldable, that I mean, I couldn't take a guy that's been doing this for, a long time and expect to change how they do it. If they're aggressive, they're just aggressive and you're not going to change that. But, the newer guys that are trying to get in here, I think you can work with them.
I have a question about just the two people that you've mentioned here. Do you see Hurricane and Flash being able to work together? I know you can work with either of them, but I know Hurricane his demeanor is a lot different than Flash's. Do you see them being able to work well together?
So I think Hurricane just needs to get a little more serious when it comes to the race.
I see that.
I think that's all he really needs. I don't think he's impatient. I think he has that. I don't think he takes it serious enough. I
also think he does too much with running trucks, running Xfinity, running Cup. I think he needs to put more time and effort into his Cup than he does his Xfinity and trucks.
Well, I will say, when you run the lower series and you have some success there, that's good for your ego. I mean, you probably need that.
We call that the Kyle Busch syndrome.
Yeah.
Yes.
That makes sense. Yeah. So I don't really see anything wrong with that. I mean, the more you run, I mean, to me, the more practice you do, the better you're going to be. It's all an attitude thing. I think with Hurricane, it's just an attitude thing.
Well, I see Mucka's take on that too, is you're working so hard on all three. They're all completely different setups. Mm-hmm. So you're learning, you're taking so much energy and time to build the truck, to build the Xfinity, that you could be putting all of that energy into your Cup car. So, I mean, I see where he's coming with that. And I do know Hurricane has backed off on the Xfinity series quite a bit. So hopefully some good things come from him. He's fast. He's good. He's had the game since not even a year. I mean, I think he got it in March. So, I mean, he's definitely gotten some good speed quick.
And I got a question for you, Dan. Now, with you being one of the guys trying to get a seat for next season, how do you think your winter series is going? And do you think you're going to get drafted? And what team do you think would draft you?
Well, man, I have not wanted you to ask me this at all. So the winter
That's
series,
why I'm asking.
I know it's why you're asking. So the winter series so far, I would give myself like a C, maybe. Definitely I'm doing better than I was this time last year in the winter series. My finishes aren't showing it. I kind of got roughed up a little bit at 2 tracks without my doing, I was just a victim. I think we've all been victims this year to somebody, but I shouldn't have been that far back to begin with. My struggle's qualifying. That's where my struggle is. If I could just qualify better, I'm racing fine. Like this past week at Chicago, I spun going in the pits in the first stage, and I got a lap down. I was first car lap down, and I was back around the 8th place car, and I worked my way up to 4th in the running order, but I was a lap down. So I mean, I had a fast car at Chicago. It was just circumstances. I just got too hot going in the pits. I stayed out 1 lap longer than everybody because I didn't want to be a part of the mess I thought was going to happen when everybody hit pit road at the same time. So I stayed out that extra lap. I had the fuel to do it. But then I didn't have the tire to do it when I was coming back in and trying to slow down to get in the pits and just spun. So it's those situational awareness that I'm not quite up there with. Just takes time. As for team wise, I definitely want to be in a Ford. Late night Favre, promised me a Ford spot a couple times, and he's taking it back and promised again, taking it back. So, loved that 10 car, but I've moved on. Someone already got it, so I'm not looking forward to that. But
do you really want to be part of Mr. Rogers' neighborhood over there with all the teenagers?
And that's what I was going to say is the average age of Stuart Haas. I don't think he's even driver's license age. So, I kind of like where I'm at in the Winter Series right now. I really 19mm has kind of taken me under his wing a little bit and is helping in practice races. He'll get behind me and just see like where my line is, and then he'll message me or he'll say something in the chat like, hey, you need to pick up here. Or Shovel's the same way, and me and Shovel race together every day. And since he's moved over to a Ford, we used to share setups a lot when he was a Chevy and I was a Ford, and it would work really well for him, but I wasn't getting the same thing he was getting. And now he's starting to realize that. So we're starting to make changes to those setups, and it's definitely making me faster. Having, my racing buddy is in the same make as me. And I didn't realize the difference in manufacturers until Shovel switched to a Ford, and we actually saw what difference it was with him. So, I definitely would love to be on. I hate the fact that you're the captain of the team, and I'm saying this like right here. Like, I would love to be on your team. I would love for you to draft me. I really like the 21. I really like the 2 car. I mean, if
I ain't getting out of the 2.
If you want to retire or anything, I'd be more than happy to take over that 2 car. But I know you also.
I'll retire when I can't finish in the top 10 anymore.
But
Hey,
what's also
I want to bring up something tonight that I think I've noticed on track with you, Niner.
What's that?
When you're in the 21 car, and anytime, it's just like I can see it in your style of driving. When you get near that 22 car, it's almost like your freaking heart rate goes up. And it's like you want to run with him and be a part of, the Niner Shovelhead duo,
Have you been in our chat before? The Shovel Dan Ninerhead chat?
No, I'm not.
Okay. We actually have a chat called Shovelhead Niner Dan, or Shovel Dan Ninerhead.
Yeah. I think you're really disappointed when you two get separated, but I think you really like it when you two are.
I do get separation anxiety when Shovel gets out there and has a half a lap lead ahead of me, and we have the same damn car. Like that's the thing that gets me is we have the same exact setup 90% of the tracks. I'm probably sure 100% of the tracks at the moment because my PlayStation crashed, so I have all of Shovel setups at the moment. And I just can't. I got to figure out what it is that's.
It's your drive. I see it already. I see it. And it's your driving style. Your driving style is different than Shovelhead's. So you got to adapt that setup to your style.
Yeah.
It's the simple things like entering turns, exiting turns that you're different. Straightaway, anybody could drive the goddamn car down the straightaway.
I'm as fast as anybody on a straightaway.
But it's the turns, the going in, coming out. The setup that you're getting from Shovelhead might not fit your driving style, and that's where you're losing. You know what I mean?
And so what I've been trying to do, and it's kind of been helping me, I'm trying to change my driving style. I'm trying to find that arc. I'm trying to find the right entry point. And that's why I'll try a few things in races that I'm just not as up to speed in. But like I figured out Vegas. I've definitely, that's one I have got that line down. I was keeping up with Favre at a low draft lobby the other night, all over his bumper. He was like, really? And I think I did it with True Death there the other day. Like Las Vegas is one place that if I was to ever win a race against, that it would be Las Vegas, or it would be Homestead. Those are my two best tracks. That I know those lines, and my car is perfect there. I'm good there. Those are the two best that I have. And then so yeah, I would love to and you also have this car, by the way. Like that's the one I would want to be in if you were to draft me. I would leave the 21 to go to the 6.
Well, it is an iconic car.
It is very iconic.
But one thing I want to bring up real quick. I know we're getting tight on time wise, but you had brought up 9mm in your conversation earlier.
Love that guy.
And I want to say all of our prayers are out for 9mm. His mother passed away. He's been absent for the week. I think he's going to take another week off. I told him take as much time as he needs. But I just want to give a shout out to 9mm. He's super impressive. There's a reason why I kept him on Team Penske from last season. You don't ever hear the guy talk, but he just performs on the track. And just want to say, we're thinking about you, and take all the time you need, buddy.
Yeah, he's going to make you have a powerful team next season. I noticed it towards the end of last season. He started stepping it up.
He got a wheel. Got a wheel. So
I was
at the
wondering
end of last season, he was starting to learn his wheel. So
fantastic. Okay, I thought like he was still trying to learn the league and learn the people at the beginning of the season, and slowly started. But I mean, being up in the booth, you can see the progression in 1.9, and definitely next year. I'm telling you right now, Team Penske is going to be those three for sure are going to be hard to keep out of the top 4 come Phoenix. And just between the three of us, I think Shovel beat Favre at Phoenix the other night with Favre's Phoenix setup. So I mean, if Shovel gets to the Final 4, you're going to have Favre's going to have his hands full for sure.
But so that's going to wrap it up for that segment, and it's going to bring us into fun facts of the week. And I'm going to let you start this one out, 9.
Hey, so today is the shortest day of the year. This is winter solstice, December 21st. Summer solstice is June 21st. And the difference between sunlight on those 2 days is there is 6 hours less of sunlight today.
6 hours.
6 hours less of sunlight.
That's like almost 3/4 of a day.
It is. This is the shortest day. So from June 21st until December 21st, you lose 2 hours of sunlight a day, or 2 minutes of sunlight a day, until you get to where we are today. Starting tomorrow, we start getting that 2 minutes back. And we start getting 2 minutes all the way up until June. So June 21st, and then we start losing them again. So this is my favorite time of the year, when our days start to get a little longer. And
get that vitamin D.
I hate nothing more than it being dark at 4:30 at night.
I know one thing. I'm getting tired of going to bed in the dark and waking up in the dark.
Well, that's because you go to bed at 6 a.m. and wake up at 6 p.m.
Yeah. We can't control that, Field.
Yeah. Wake up when the sun's up, Field. It's kind of nice. So that's my fun fact for this week, and it's kind of a science lesson for you.
All right. What do you got for us, Field?
My fun fact? Okay, so, there's a lot of phobias out there, like claustrophobia. Hell, I can't even, a while ago, I could think of a lot of phobias, but I mean, some of the phobias you think are like, really, they have a phobia for that. So believe it or not, there's a phobia that's an actual medical term for people who have a fear of long words. Okay, so a word, for example, let's see if I can say this word, anti-disestablishmentarianism. Okay, that's a long word, and people who have this phobia that has a name would be afraid of a word like this. So And these people have symptoms that they get, things like they'll tremble, they'll sweat, dizziness, they'll faint, they get
From a
dry
word.
mouth, headaches. Yeah, from long words when they're reading, they can't handle it. The fun fact of all this is what the phobia, the medical term is for this. Yeah, for this dang fear of long words. Are you ready for this?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Ah. The medical term for fear of long words is
Oh my God, this is great.
Equipdeliophobia.
The hell? So you're afraid of the only thing you're afraid of?
Yeah. Can you imagine being the doctor and diagnosing somebody with this and saying, here's what you have, and then telling them on a piece of paper, and taking your prescription and whatever, and say, I have this, and you got it.
Oh my God, I'm dead. That was great.
That was a good one.
That was great. Oh.
So I've got two fun facts. They both involve space. I was kind of looking up MMA since we had Shovelhead today, but then I got looking at some space facts and I thought they were pretty interesting. So I'm going to share them. Neptune's moon. We all know the planet Neptune, right? Its moon Triton. I don't know if you guys, how much you pay attention to space stuff, but there's a moon they call Triton. It actually orbits the planet backwards. It's the only large moon that does this. And they didn't give a reason why, but it orbits its planet backwards compared to every other moon.
Huh.
Which
Well,
I thought
first
was
off,
quite
I never knew the direction was a thing. So
Yeah.
I just learned that. I never ever even realized that they all go around all the moons go the same direction around a planet. So
Yeah,
that's just an interesting fact in itself.
except Triton, it goes
Yeah.
backwards. So I don't know why they didn't give a reasoning. I mean, I guess
So I
could've
wonder,
dug a little more.
so does Neptune start with the end of time and work its way to the beginning of time?
I'm just gonna pass that question up. Okay, the second fact, this fun fact I have, is the highest mountain discovered out of all the planets and moons in our solar system. The highest mountain in elevation is it's called the Olympus Mons, which is on Mars. It's 3 times the size of Mount Everest.
Wow.
So Mount Everest is 5.5 miles high. This Olympus Mons is 16 miles high.
Wow.
It's also 374,015 feet wide, which is approximately the size of Arizona.
Well, I could see how mountains would be taller, even on almost maybe any other kind of planet, simply because they don't have the gravity we got. So it's probably easier to push them, when you have the tectonic plates push up easier. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm too
But
serious.
that's what
with that. Sorry.
That's what I got because I kind of like space stuff, so I figured I'd bring that into the topics this week.
Yeah.
Hey,
I love
space
to love
stuff.
space.
Star
too.
Trek. Did I
Star
tell you
Wars.
this?
Oh, he's a Star Wars guy, not a Star Trek guy. Just saying.
Yeah.
I know that.
You know when you ever seen a picture of the Star Trek ship, the Enterprise? I saw a deal on with it. It was in a museum, where the only side of that ship you ever saw was the right side of it. You never saw the left side because the left side was never done up. That's where they had all the wires for the window lights and all that kind of stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. It was the
That's
only
pretty
side
neat.
you ever saw was the right side.
It's pretty neat. And that's going to do it for our fun facts of the week. And that's pretty much going to wrap us up for our show. We got a special guest next week.
We do. Hold on one second.
Oh, yeah, we do have a race. coming up.
I got
Not
something
this Sunday though.
for
Not this
that.
Sunday, no.
Let's see here. Hold on a second. Where's my next week guy? Give me a second. Let me find.
Yeah, we have a special guest next week. I think you guys might want to tune in and hear that. Get his opinion on things. Somebody I've been wanting to talk to here for the last couple of weeks and get his outlook on racing and how he felt last season went. And I think Dan's got it right there.
There he is.
Flash 9,
Flash 9 is going to be here next week.
which will be driving. He's driving the 24 car this season.
He is. So
That'll be interesting.
there's that. I'm interested about the whole Flash thing. I'm looking forward to hearing about that. Because I'm a big Flash fan myself. And so I've always wondered if it's from the comic book. I've always assumed it was. That's why when I make things for him, it has that Flash symbol in there somewhere. So, and why are we switching from the 9 to the 24 if your name is Flash 9? So that's my other question for him.
Oh, you gave me
And he's
questions.
Field Filler's teammate, so he'll get to dig a little there too as well. So
Yeah. So are you going to help him with fuel gears, or is he going to help you? Because
So, well, let me, oddly enough, last season, I didn't really feel like a teammate on Hendrick because,
I forgot you guys were teammates last year.
yeah, I mean, I was kind of put there by default because I didn't want to be
no, you want to drive that goddamn 5 car, so your
Right.
teams are limited. That's
Yes.
what it is.
right. And I'm okay with that. So there wasn't really, I mean, we didn't work together. I mean, we didn't do anything like the teams do, the other teams do. There just was none of that. And, so I anticipate now that he's going to stay with Hendrick that he made a comment that made me believe that we probably are going to be a little more communicative as a team this season, in our new season than we were last season. So
That's
I'm
dangerous.
I am
That's
looking forward to
dangerous.
that for sure. Yeah.
If
Because I don't feel like I can do anything but improve by having him as what you would call a real teammate. You know what I mean?
well, you and Mucka joining forces towards the end of last season was dangerous for everybody. So I mean, you and Flash 9 joining sources, that's wow. There's gonna be a lot to take into that for sure. So I'm looking forward to next week. I've talked to him. I've learned a little bit about his high school years, a little bit about college, some things he did that nobody would even you wouldn't even imagine this coming out of Flash. So that's gonna be fun. Definitely, you guys are going to want to tune in next week. I think Flash. I mean, I love the Shovelhead interview. I really enjoyed Favre and True, but I think we're going to be able to we're going to learn more about Flash 9 because when you're in a party with Flash, he's very soft spoken and very quiet. You don't really hear a lot from him. So I think that we're going to get to know him a lot more here. So I think everybody's going to definitely want to tune in to learn some things about the 2-time FR champion.
Yeah, 2-time.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. I hope to God your football teams lose this weekend. Just saying.
Yeah. Well, shit happens, right?
All right, fellas. Is that going to do it for tonight?
All right, fellas. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Like and subscribe. And we'll see you guys on the track.
Yeah, have fun. See you next week.
Peace out.